Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's been a while, two whole weeks with a lot of chaotic stuff going on. JT and I took a little bit of break, but we are back again. JT, how you doing?
Good. We'll do it live.
We'll do it
He
live,
asked
like
me, are we going to do
Memorex.
the show? I was like, we'll do it live. StreamYards won't do an intro, so we'll do it live. F it.
This is our intro. Dun, dun, dun. Play something for us on your little tune box. I put you on the spot.
Well, I don't have anything good. I don't have anything good, but
Just
the
play
other
anything.
day
Just
I had
push a button. You don't even know which one it is.
oh hell yeah.
Oh yes. Wah, wah, wah.
There you go. So
There you
actually
go.
the other day I was on Dadman's channel and he was talking about the Florida Gators losing. And he was like, I was going off so much in my text messages to JT Kirk, you don't even know. And I'm like, well, actually, Dad, man, they're gonna find out. He's like, wait, what? I was like, well, here's a text message, and I had my bleep button, and I was bleeping out like every fifth word. It was so hilarious. Everyone in the chat was busting up laughing. It was great. He was in Dad, man was a good sport about it too. I mean, there was nothing really that bad in it, but
you did your sports show last night, right?
We did not because Dadman had another engagement.
He was out on vacation, so I didn't think you did because and yes, everybody, we will get to the comic. Let me add it to stage so if anybody pops in, they can yell at us in the chat. What was the Monty Python? Let's get on with it.
Yeah.
Of course, I have to do this, and then I have to come up here and do this and do my.
I'll watch the chat for you. Let you know.
Oh, I've got my.
Oh, and hail the Gap After Dark. He's just dropping in to say hello. So, hello,
hey,
Gap.
Gap. Oh, hey, Gap.
Mr.
Dude, Gap
After Dark.
Hey, everybody, go. Okay. Can you? Because I don't have. Can you put his channel in?
I certainly can. Yeah. Let's give me a second, and I would
Gap,
be happy.
We're gonna link your channel. I can't keep up with you, man. Your short stuff, dude. He is rocking it, man. I don't know. He's putting all the action figures, a lot about a Stargate, so I saw some Battlestar Galactica, and I tried to just give him a bunch of likes. And oh, you're welcome, dude. I appreciate people who come by, even if it is every now and then. And Ironcaster, if we can throw him in there too. He does the Monday show, and I talked to him a bunch of stuff, and I fell asleep about 8:30, about 30 minutes before his show started yesterday on Monday. I was so pissed. I woke up at 1. I was like, oh, because I wasn't sure that I got to go watch the replay because I sent him something about some anime stuff. I think there's a Demon Slayer movie that came out, and supposedly it was doing really well, comparatively speaking.
Yeah.
There's
Ironcasters in the chat. Oh, you're welcome, Gap. Anytime. We're happy to do it.
You're welcome, Gap. And we were just kind of rambling on as we kind of do to get the show going and see if people want to pop in a few minutes, because we'll probably burn through this one pretty quickly. I have a few things to say about it, and we'll see. We get a new character, and a character
the cover's better this week.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It gets you interested. But we were talking real quick EV tax credits, JT, that you said that if you're interested in an EV, and I'm not saying anybody is, and if you are, the tax credit ends, am I correct, at the end of this month?
End of this month, September 30th. That's correct. A lot of the EV infrastructure tax credits are good through the end of the year, but the vehicle tax credit, which is $7,500 if you are under the income line of $300K per year on your last tax.
I think I'm good statement.
There. Yeah. So, a lot of places right now are either rifling through every last one they can get, or if there's something that's just a little bit less popular because maybe the price was a tad high, go in there and talk and see if you can make some deals, because right now is the door's closing for both of you, but they're going to sit on a bunch of stuff that they can't sell if they can't get rid of it before the end of the month. So
Yeah,
it's a buyer's market
real,
for some things like that.
okay. So real quick, Gap, don't worry about that, man. You know me, dude. I appreciate anybody who comes in and says hello. Well, minus a few, you know. Something else I thought that JT and I, we might have to do a ramble night. Smorgasbord. Gap says life's been a little crazy lately, you know.
It's been crazy
buddy,
for
I
all
can
of
tell
us,
you,
man.
JT and I live completely different lifestyles, but I can tell you one thing that we all can agree to. You're absolutely right, Gap. Things can change on you in a blink of an eye. And so we took the week off last week because JT, number one, was really busy. And I'm very transparent. I don't go too personal with, online stuff, but JT knows me fairly well.
I would like to think so.
Kind of. You just don't know. So. Yeah. He doesn't know my skeletons in the closet, that's for sure. But nobody does. And last week was a little rough.
Are they better or worse than Hill Dogs?
It's always worse. It's always worse than
worse than Hill Dogs.
Than what?
Than Hillary's?
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay. Okay.
No. I don't. No. You're getting me going. So we skipped last week, and
last Wednesday was not a good day for anybody.
And then Saturday was September 11th, which wasn't a good day for a lot of people. And there's a whole backstory on me as that. Well, but I won't bore you with that tonight. So we are back with old Spectre here. And you said you like the cover here, JT.
I do indeed.
Now, do you know who this guy is in the blue?
Anthony Weiner.
He wishes. Now, I actually, so I don't know the guy to the left, but he looks like he's going to bring some fire down here. I mean, he looks kind of, I like the facial expression. Look, he's like, Arr. So that's obviously the bad guy. And don't know who he is just yet. We got old Spectre there. Not a little showing his little green fairy boots. And I mean that in a good way. Like they actually look like if you were an Irish fairy, you'd have those, remember those little booties he's wearing?
Yeah.
That's the only thing we don't like about Spectre. He's got to change. He's got to get some Kurt Russell, Big Trouble, Little China boots. You know what I'm saying? It's big ass hiking boots, logger boots, or some shit like that. But this is Wildcat, and I don't know much about Wildcat. His name is Ted Grant, and I was introduced to Wildcat. And I wish Buddy and some Phantom and Gap I'm sure knows who Wildcat is. Oh, he just went from 4 to 2. I thought maybe Buddy or somebody in Gap was still here. I was introduced to Wildcat through Batman Brave and the Bold DC animation. And I've been thinking about doing a show about that series of cartoon, man. It is amazing. I've talked about it all the time. If you want to meet extra characters in the DC Batman universe, that's your go-to. And in the comics, because it's kind of based on the same thing. He's always with like a duo. That's how I know the DEAD man one.
Yeah.
That's the run I wanted to do. And I think we can get away with it if we do, what was it called? Strange Adventures from 2 weeks ago. That's actually how he was introduced in Strange Adventures.
Well, no, it wasn't Strange New Worlds, but it sounds kind of like it, right?
No. He wouldn't be associated with trash like that. Yeah, Boston Brand, even though he's in the ether world, it's got some class.
Sure.
So this week it's a little weird. There's a fairly lengthy prologue, and as I always ask you, and as I pretty much know what your answer is going to be, this is for the audience and the rewatch. Did you read this?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah, and there's even ads in this, so maybe we talk about some of the ads.
Yes, some of the ads, and I like the fact that they put in the letters. I can show the letters that we used to talk about, especially during the Black Panther run that we did. You couldn't see the letters, or did we have them? Can't remember that. Or is it
We
Battlestar
didn't.
Galactica?
We saw the letters BSG. I remember.
BSG. Okay. We get some weird space fighting going on here with some celestial beings. I'm just going to kind of go through this pretty quickly because there's nothing really going on here. These two things are fighting out in space or time or wherever you want to call it. And they had like a word missing or something in this description. They call them sorcerers. They're obviously, you can see they're just some big celestial guys going at it out in space. Whack, whack, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It was weird here in the square. They're raging in furious combat. A mystic domain totally beyond Homo sapien Ken. And I was like, what?
I think they mean Ken? Ken? I don't know what Ken is outside of a Barbie doll.
I think there's some words missing here. So domain totally beyond Homo sapien Ken is their battleground. Something's missing there. I was like, okay, whatever. I'm like Joe Pesci.
Human, if I could say it like a Ferengi, human values are completely unrelated to the causes of the conflict.
Yeah.
Okay, strange.
Oh, Gap is requesting a Ramble Rant show, buddy. You might get one. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to talk to JT about a few things after this book. So get ready, JT. You're already like, oh God, here it comes.
Oh, we could get ourselves where we need a lawyer in about 2 minutes. So I just about what we want to do.
we're fairly careful on what we say, or especially when we're on this place where we're at now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so they're just shooting, bang, bang, pew, pew. But here's the kicker for this whole comic book. And I was lost. I read this 2 weeks ago, about an hour. Well, no, I canceled it last week. So the week before I read it, or whatever I was.
Mm-hmm.
So I went back, I read it again. I was still a wee bit confused, but I'm glad I went through it because as the host, I don't want to sound any more dumb than I am most of the time. I already am.
Sure. I got you.
So what happens when these things are fighting? How did they call it? It pierced a dimensional barrier. And somehow that reflected on our Earth, original Earth, because there's Earth 2s and all that kind of junk, right? And we're going to a place called Knickerbocker City, which I think is hilarious.
No one would name their city that. It's too tough to spit out.
It's funny. Oh, and should I scroll up to see who wrote this? Did I see credits? Oh, you know what? I don't think there are any credits. This is a prologue. We haven't even got to the official splash page yet, the intro page. That's why, if I remember correctly. So we meet this guy, named Sad Jack Doles. Sad Jack. He's a criminal. He's crook. Small. Well, to actually say it right there. Yeah. There it goes, small time crook. And I mean, we're noticing a pattern in their structure. They like to do these angled panels. Mm-hmm. I guess that's just a stylistic choice, right? What do you think?
I'm not too sold on it.
Yeah,
it's too smushed.
It's unnerving to the eye because I think was it the last issue they actually had to draw the arrows down and around when they could have just cut it and made another page because it rambled on. But anyway, that's our thing there. But yeah, it's a little odd there. But so we meet this guy. He's just a little crook guy, but he gets hit by this energy. So that's the basis of this dude here. That's what we're gonna go on. And he's kind of like, whoa, what the heck? I'm feeling kind of woozy here.
Right.
We got Halloween coming up. How many times? Hey, for you in the audience, how many times do you think people are going to play the movie Scream in the next month? or what should I say? What Halloween movie, while I'm scrolling down here, do you think is going to be the most played one between now and Halloween?
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I can just see Scream coming up. So this is really cool on that. And thank you, JT, because you sent me this. Because I don't have anything to do these comics anymore without dropping a buttload of cash. I'm just being cheap, to be honest with you. But this middle one here on the left, you and I talked about the Spectre. And one of the reasons why I wanted to bring in the Spectre was I didn't know a lot about him. I also thought Hal Jordan was going to be the Spectre, but it's actually Jim Corrigan is the first one.
Mm-hmm.
He's a detective. We'll get to him in a little bit. That this guy here is, it says one last sound off, no matter how many requests you receive to do so, do not give a clear definition of the Spectre's powers. So these fans, they know what they're doing. They know what they're talking about. They know what they want. And you and I have talked about this, or at least I brought it up for your perspective of it, is that one of the reasons why I wanted to do this character, because it seemed like could be horrendously devastating, like probably arguably one of the strongest DC entities ever, depending on who writes it.
Sure.
Right? Because
Yeah.
I think you and I both agreed that we've seen him actually manipulate time and space when he was chasing after Captain Skull. That's pretty powerful. But he still had to chase him. And Captain Skull laid some whooping on him. And the other guy 2 weeks ago, they kind of he had to be very careful fighting some of these guys. That actually gets brought up by another write-in person. So for everybody out there, go back and read those letters. It's kind of cool. I hope I paused it far enough, but you can always pause it. So Wildcat, if you didn't know, he's a boxer. He's a bruiser. He just likes the fisticuffs, and he's really good at it. But he's a good guy. So he's on the side of the righteous. And what did they say right up here at the top? I'll try to read that fast, like 3 times.
In the red?
In the yellow, halfway through the yellow.
With bone-crunching punches and lightning quick moves, Wildcat has become the bane of criminals. Yet on the particular night, the feline felon catcher of Knickerbocker City is hard put to subdue 2 lawbreakers.
Yeah, I was the feline felon catcher of Knickerbocker City.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
It's all one sentence. I breathed several times in there.
Oh man. So yeah, and I love new characters, so this is kind of cool. And it's a feature almost with this prologue that but we get a quick hint that oh boy might be getting a little soft here, or just getting old.
Yeah.
He's getting slow. And I can tell you that it's just kind of a thing in the Brave and the Bold animation too.
The cool thing is, back then in the 60s, even your hoodlums dressed better. They're wearing like a 3-piece suit, even though they're low lifes, and nowadays to be wearing like a flat brimmed hat, a hoodie, some pants down around their knees, and $400 shoes, and
yeah, it's like Ric Flair. Woo, I'm having a hard time keeping these gators down. Woo, be suit wearing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I saw some football guys. I think it might have been the actual Gators when they won that one game, or somebody, or maybe it was the pro team. It was like a clip or something they were doing.
Sure.
Just a bunch of clips of Flair doing that. Yeah. If you saw a picture, I brought this up. I think it was to someone we know up there, up north.
Okay.
And about fashion. And when you look in the 50s and 60s and until it got a little bit hippier, right? People dress sharp, man. Sharp. Very sharp. I like what they call them, fedoras. Is that correct for the men? The hats?
I don't sure.
Yeah.
You're talking to somebody who wears t-shirts and gym shorts everywhere. So
yeah. And I'm just talking about back then. Nobody dresses like this on a regular basis unless you, you know, if you're pimping or you just looking good, you want to look good, you know. Rich people have to dress like that most of the time. Well, you know what I mean, the business type ones. So, but notice something we don't get right away from other comics that we've seen. What did you notice in this fight scene almost immediately that we hardly ever see in the Joker ones?
African American law enforcement.
Law enforcement that show up right away, period.
We didn't see any of them in the Joker.
It's just the comics. Just the comics thing. Don't clip me on that.
They're going to clip me on that.
We're only talking about what we've seen in the comics. So we actually get police on the scene right away, which is a good thing.
But this in the 60s is very forward thinking.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of mentioned it jokingly, but it is true.
It was very true. But what else do we see here that made me very, very happy? JT, I'm going to test your knowledge of my comic book awareness of what I've mentioned over the last several months. What do we see in this left panel? Don't think about it too hard. It's nothing. It's not a trick question, but well, I guess it is.
Consulting the M5 computer. A shrubbery.
Yes. Ding ding. Wah, wah, wah. You got it, man. Yeah. So Ted's back at the old hacienda. That was just
yes, he is.
Just for you, JT. My God, I didn't drink coffee, but I swear I haven't had that cherry Pepsi's got me jacked on that sugar. Ugh. It's like I'm feeling good and bad at the same time. Like, ugh, I'm not drinking that stuff anymore. So, yeah, Ted's back at the home and he's feeling it a little bit. He kind of got his ass kicked a little, you know. He didn't. I mean, he came out of it okay, but he got jacked up a little bit there. And he's like, oh, in the old days, I'd have had those crooks all wrapped up for the police. And he's like, Father Time is catching up with me. Yeah, and I got gray hairs where, you know, never mind. And sorry, everybody. I scrolled up too quickly. Sorry about that. Yeah, look what else we see we probably wouldn't see in comics today. Definitely, unless it's indie or something like that.
Yeah. This furniture is very 60s. It looks like shit I would want to throw away onto the curb right now. No offense, but
I was waiting to see like a lava lamp or something. I don't know what this thing is, but yeah. And then he's lighting up a cigarette. I almost slipped up there because I'm watching a lot of English stuff lately. But
Father Time, how dare he assume the gender of time?
Yeah. So it gets a little funny here. So apparently he's like well known to the police. He's not like the Batman here. If you notice, they just skipped right over the fact that the police showed up and didn't arrest him. You caught on to that? Because he actually went home. So we knew that. But there was no mention of anything other than in the old days, he would have already had him wrapped up. There's Buddy. Your ears must have been burning.
What's funny is he's like, what's the matter with me? I shouldn't be smoking. I never have. Sure. Dude. It's the 60s. It's okay.
Yeah, it's in the comics.
I keep these here for my guests. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we get a PSA there, which is kind of cool. So the writers are kind of like, yeah, maybe we should,
dude, you're doing all of this nervously and you have jitters. It's called an anxiety attack that you're having right now.
Yeah, he's feeling it. So what does he do instead of going to the Blockbuster and get some movies and chill,
Mm-hmm.
Blockbuster and chill? he decides to get on his cat-o-cycle, which looks kind of cool. But I looked for a minute there with those handlebars. It looked like a bicycle versus like a regular bicycle, something that we would have as kids. You'd throw something on the front like that.
Yeah.
But then you look at the tires and stuff, you're kind of like, oh no, that's a motorcycle. It's I used to have a couple myself. And he decides to go out and go on patrol. So he is kind of like the Batman here. He's feeling bad about himself. So the best thing he thinks he could do is just go out on the town and see if he can find some more bad guys to fight.
Ever since I stopped working out, I look like that too in my old age. It's tough.
Yeah, and I got more hair on my chest than that, though. I guarantee you that.
So he's driving a Wildcat, huh?
A cat-o-cycle.
It looks like a bicycle handles.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. At the top there, it looks like something you and I would throw on our old school bikes.
Yeah, that doesn't look like something that should have a motor on it.
Nope. And here's the funny thing. If I can remember, he scoots around town. He's like I told you, he's literally begging for trouble. And that's okay. There's the guy, Dold, Mr. Dold there, the criminal dude, and they're going to some museum and they're going to steal some stuff. A bird, an extinct bird. So I don't know why that's going to be in a museum. So I was a little put off on that one. I was like, well, maybe he's talking about a old Egyptian relic or something. I don't know, but he's actually talking about a bird.
What I'm not liking so far on this, Dave, is there's too much going on. There's way too much writing and not enough drawing, and all these off-angle cuts are really making it hard to see anything that's going on. You see how much action we don't see because of all the writing blocks and the trim nature of it.
Yeah, and that's why I was kind of trying to bring it up a little bit to see how you felt about this style here. Like this one should be flat. It's just it's little, it cuts right through the middle of this page. And like this whole bottom left at the top scene is just like it's missing. And it wouldn't have made a difference, but you would have got more art for the top part of it. Or no, actually not the top part, this middle part.
Yeah.
It's double hammered from the top and that's whole left side here. So I think I don't know. I mean, that's their thing, I guess. Whatever.
I better take another look. See where I go to swipe in Oahu Kialo, whatever that is.
That's the bird he's talking about. That's the name of the bird or something.
Hawaiian bird, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oahu, yeah. Oahu Kialoa. Huh. Well,
You did pretty good. You did pretty good.
Huh? Did I?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Kawasaki, buddy. Yes. Damn, buddy.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's great, man. Oh, I hope I have replay chats enabled on my videos. Oh, damn, dude. You are definitely number one on the joke list for the night so far. Here's kind of funny as well is they're trying to make him like a silent cat, like over here on the second, like a silent cat. The feline man pads across the museum threshold. But if you go back right here to the left, look at all the damn noise he's making. First of all, that's probably a Harley or something back then, or an Indian.
Yeah, this isn't like some electric bike with like some stealth tires or something.
No. Yeah, it's not like an old Honda something. It's a Kawasaki. He's like roar, scream. Like a silent cat, the feline man pets. Like what? He just literally roared and screeched his tires at the front door, and then the door's right there. So it's kind of funny, but these guys aren't even trying to go out the front door. They're like breaking through a window or something, and I'm kind of like, I mean, that place has got plenty of doors, you would think. You know, like fire doors and other entrances and stuff. But they're like smash. I just thought it was funny choices. Anywho, so we get more of your angled stuff here. Good fight scene, little fight scene. They know who he is. They're like, "Hey, Wildcat, whatever. You know, hey, we gotta fight." Yeah. And look what this one dude says here to the left here at the top one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's giving him the bird. I have a video. I should have pulled up this little funny video.
Al baby.
Yeah. And you know what we're missing here? What they could have done for the museum? What have you noticed that it's not around? Our two favorite guys.
Any of the, well, yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
We don't also, we also don't, yeah, Benny and Benny and the Jets.
Marv.
Benny and Marv, thank you.
Yeah, so it would be funny if this would have been like a recurring character from DC for like 30 years, that they, by the end of 30 years, they get fired about like 500 times. You know, they could have been like
hilarious. Like a meta DC thing.
Yeah. And then you would have been able to see how many people 30 years later have caught on to it. Because you can't do it like in your face. It's got to be subtle. So like right here, it would have been perfect if Benny and Marv were like, one was on a piss break or one was like, you know, just reading a comic book, which would have been double entendre stuff while this was going on.
Yeah.
Not deleted. Joker never deleted. You know, Benny and Marv always survive. He's like, who's my Venture Brothers fans out there? For all my Venture Brothers, where's Professor R2? My God, he's got like every action figure from the Venture Brothers, dude. It's amazing.
What would have been hilarious is these two sitting in a guard shack or something, or at a at the gate, and him trying to sneak in past him, and Benny starts sneezing, and Marv asks him if he's sick, and he's like, "No, I'm just really allergic to cats."
Allergic to cats.
They're still, and then just moved right on from that. It would have been great.
So, yeah. Hey. Oh, it would have been great. In Venture Brothers, I was referring to Henchman 21 and 24. 24 did meet his mad demise, but it was a setup. So he actually survived for a long time. Okay, so there's a good fighting going on, and this was interesting. So this bird thing, sorry, I'm going to go back up. They're in a case, rare and extinct birds. So when I was looking at this, I was like, oh, maybe I was right. They're not real. They're stuffed or something. I don't know. Or they're gold. I imagine like they're like ancient Egyptian or, you know what I mean? Something like that. Because real birds would not have been in that setting unless it was like a, I don't know. I mean, there would have been security guards. So
he just freezes?
Yeah. Wildcat goes after Dowd here, and now Dowd isn't aware of his powers yet, as we see. He's like, "No, stop! No!" And it freezes him. And
I didn't pick up on that. I thought maybe the birds did something to him.
No, look what he says here.
FKHC 2005.
Oh, hey,
Tim's here.
Where the key? Nice. May we dance with your dates?
I don't know where Lady V is right now. So I don't know if she'd call her a geek. No, but if she wants to be, I guess she could be, right?
Hey. Yeah, Lady V's cool. So yeah, this Dowd goes, stop, no, because he's gonna get ready to get punched in the face. And it works. So he gets a double whammy. Look like he gets the double arm swing and cracks Wildcat right up under the chin there. Just takes him out. And he's talking trash. As the stiff as the birds around here, now he's even stiffer.
And he punches him down.
Yeah. Gives him a good whack there.
No, this is not the Tim Russ fan club meeting. No,
No, absolutely not. Screw that guy.
that jackass.
F him.
Yeah.
He too fucking. What a
Anyone who
douche.
celebrates that kind of thing,
And
know,
uses William Shatner's picture to do it. Piss off, right, Tim?
yep, yep.
Anyway,
Anyway, we're gonna have fun tonight because
yes.
I could take a giant 10 Kirk, you know what, on that whole thing. But
Yep.
all
Let's
right,
mark.
so they made a way, right? They made a way.
Well, yeah, and look at this. He actually froze those guys all the way over there in the other room and stuff. I don't like this what would you call this, sepia, black and white
No, I don't
shadow
like it.
figures.
I don't
I
like
don't
it.
like it. Don't like it tall. No, I don't understand it. Why? I don't get it, because you got the paint here on the left. Is it because of the purple background? But right here to the right, it's all in color. So
I just don't like it.
yeah, I don't know what's going on there. But if you notice, he did freeze the other guys too, so it has some reach. Whatever he said, he told him to stop. And he's kind of clever here because he's playing it off like he knew. So the other two guys, who are actually pretty tough dudes, well, for gangsters, that hey, come off it, man, give it to us straight. How did you do that? He's like, nah, man, I just punched his lights out.
And as soon as he swings,
well, when he says it too, yeah, he's like you said, demonstrating it, I guess. JT, is that how?
Yeah, he's telling the story. It's like this, see? He's a hoodlum. It was like this, see? He was coming at me as I stood there, see? Suddenly I swung my fist. And out of here he went. And I said, one of these days, right to the moon. And then
Eat it.
yeah, his buddy over here hit the 1960s radio and lamp, even though he was on the other side of the room.
Yeah, it knocked him pretty hard. It's like, he's like, he swung over there and I got hurt over here. How'd you do it? And he goes, that's my mystery punch. And if you want to hear some good gangster talk, everybody, show up tomorrow night. Segue. We're doing a horror movie.
Playing?
Yeah, Buddy. Is Buddy still here? We're doing Innocent Blood. I haven't thrown it over on X yet. So sorry, we're doing Innocent Blood, and it's a gangsta. It's Don Rickles, LaPaglia, Robert Loggia. JT, do you know these guys? Chaz
Robert
Palminteri.
Loggia. Oh, as in Robert Loggia.
Yeah.
The Family Guy joke. Yeah,
dude, you've got all these gangster guys: Chaz Palminteri, Robert Loggia, Don Rickles, and they go up against this hot little number, and she's a vamp, all right. It's funny, dude. It's pretty brutal at times. It's a romance, action, drama, horror. And it's got great music. It's got the old stuff, man. Old Blue Eyes and a bunch of Dean Martin stuff like that. I have to look up the soundtrack. Yeah, I actually kind of want to watch it tomorrow just for the music, man. And Don Rickles and Robert Loggia together acting like wild. It's crazy. No spoilers. But anyway, show up tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. So there you go. There's my segue. And so he calls it his mystery punch.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I called it my mystery punch. And I ain't kidding. I knew leaving Gateway City would do wonders for me.
Yeah. So, but now he's recruited as the strong arm guy, because they're like, hey, well, now you can be the head guy. He's going around beating up people.
Think if the money will make off you. Too stupid.
Well, did you notice that it's in a bubble? It's in a cloud.
Yeah.
So the guy here to the left of old Sad Jack is like, oh man, you're so great. And yeah, we're going to use you. And then thanks for pointing that out, JT, because that's what you call an aside, or an aside for him is, we're going to make money off you, stupid ass. Anyway.
Sounds like an elected official, but anyway, yeah. Anyway,
Oh, did you see that little? Did I send you that little clip of Pelosi?
no, you didn't.
Oh my
But
god, it's so. Anyway, it's so. I watched it like 15 times in a row. It's hilarious, dude. Anyway, and so the other guy sees that there's a big fight in town, and they're gonna go. I guess what? What do you think they're gonna try to do next now?
well, probably do some violence they couldn't normally do.
Yeah, and steal a lot, and
So
steal the whole prize. The take. They're
so
gonna
they're
go
gonna go
rob it.
boxing. Yeah.
Now, this is a tie-in. Remember what I said about old Wildcat?
Oh,
Did
this is
he
interesting. Oh, well, sorry, if you go back up, what they actually said.
go
It's
back
the
up?
final fight of the heavyweight elimination tournament to replace the champ who got wounded in Vietnam, had to retire.
Mm-hmm. And who do you think that is?
Wildcat.
Yeah, be a good
Okay.
guess.
Okay.
Because I wasn't sure at first. I knew he was a boxer, and I guess I should have just remembered that he was the champ, but I don't remember it being mentioned in Brave and the Bold.
Okay.
Not the animation. I never got to read any of the comics. Oh, I wish I had that series. Oof. I'm a Superman guy, but I love some of that old school Batman. I wish I could get my hands on some of those old
Uh-huh.
ones.
So Ted Grant,
Ted Grant is
because
Wildcat.
you can just once you get magic powers, you can just ask to be in a heavyweight prize fight. They'll let you.
Well, Ted Grant is Wildcat.
Yeah. But I'm saying
Yeah.
the other guys, the bad guys,
Oh, okay. I got you.
they don't need a manager. They don't need anything. They just no
No.
agent. They just boom.
Yeah. So Ted was only there, just for an appearance because it's the big prize fight. So he showed
Yeah.
up as the former
Mhm.
champ. It's just kind of a publicity thing. He's like, "Oh, hey, thanks everybody," and he doesn't want to even hang out, so he leaves. He doesn't even hang out to watch the fight. I'm like, what?
Yep.
I guess he's just not even
Oh, I
interested.
see. They're just gonna loot the place. They're not actually gonna fight
No,
in the
yeah.
ring. Okay.
Oh, okay. I see why you said that now. I was like, I was waiting for you to
This
expand on that.
diagonal stuff is really starting to annoy me.
It is,
Not
isn't
gonna
it?
lie.
Now, when you get
Yeah.
to this, what do you guys think about this diagonal stuff? I don't like it every page. It's not good. I don't.
It's getting to be a bit much.
Well, I think you nailed it a couple pages ago when you said when you have the combination of it every page, and these four squares, if you want to call them. I don't even know who are my polygonists out there who can describe these. Are they polygons? Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Four different lengths.
Yeah.
Did I actually get
It's
that
just a
right?
four-sided. It's just a four-sided polygon.
Okay. So, but when you said that you add all the writing and stuff in there, it gets a little eye twitchy.
Yeah.
There are four
Because it's
sides.
on an angle, you got to tilt your head.
It makes you kind of tilt your head. Yeah. You're right. I didn't even notice that. I've been doing that.
Yeah.
Golly. So now I thought that this was kind of actually way out of craziness town type stuff because old sad Jack here just pulls out the heater and they haven't even gotten to the ticket office yet. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, dude, what are you doing? I was like, what? Where are they? What the hell? He's not even inside the office and then try to rob. He's just like straight up at the front door. And I was like, come on, man. Where are the cops? Where are the security guys now? That was a little too much for me because you can see that the ticket thing right there is like the old school movie theaters. You've seen those. You remember Back to the Future and every single other old school movie that you have that outdoor guy or probably the high school kid sitting there, guy or girl, whatever, and they're got the tickets. And then you walk past them to go into the, big double doors on both sides. Abbott and Costello had a funny thing where to get into the theater, JT, everybody, they would
Right.
walk backwards through the exit one. And he's like, "Hey, where are you going?" He's like, "We ain't going anywhere. We're leaving." Hey, no, it's stupid, but when you watch him do it, it's funny. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you know what I'm saying, there's like a big double doors to the right, which is the entrance, and the double doors to the left, which is the exit. Anyway, tough crowd, man. Jeez.
So they finally get up there, right? And of course, they're really dumb. So he says, drop your guns, stand on your hands, right? To the
Well,
security guys. And
we finally get security or cops, and they do tell us they're guards. Yeah, so you're right, JT. We finally get some security people.
yeah.
And there's your Marvin Penny right there.
So they can't get to anything, and they're all chuckling. And then now these guys are saying, from now on, I'm known as Happy Jack. Okay.
What? Yeah.
I don't think you get to name yourself like that, but all right. And then what do you mean you only got a couple grand in the till? Which we knew this. They're not going to have $1 million sitting in the box office.
Well, this. I'll backtrack a little bit, but I stand by what I said. It's kind of crazy. They were just trying to rob the guy at the front and pull out your weapon in front of all these people. Right, that's literally right on the sidewalk. The marquee sign is right there.
Yeah,
that's the street. They just don't show it because the artwork appears in orange behind the security guys. So behind the three bad guys is actually probably like a ton of people walking around. Yeah. Especially a heavyweight middle champ fight. Anyway, I know it's comics, but it just didn't make sense that these guys are pretty dumb. I mean, JT, that they would just rob the ticket guy at the front. He doesn't have a damn safe or anything like that. As soon as he gets a bunch of money, they're going to come and take that till, dump it, and take it to the back, the regular box office. And they didn't plan this out very well, did they?
No, they did not.
So,
who exits? Wildcat. So he slips back inside, takes off his clothes real quick, which I guess his Wildcat uniform is on underneath his suit. This guy kind of seems like Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy to me at this point. Like,
hey, SpongeBob. So FKC asked what year this out. The first issue came out in 1967. I don't know what month, but I think we're into 1968 by now already. I think, didn't we say JT?
I believe we are.
Every other month. Yeah. So
this is April. So it's going to be April of 1968.
Yeah. I think it started late 1967, but it's every other month. So we're already in the 6 months because this is number 3.
Yeah. March, April of 1968. Yep.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I would think things started kicking off in 1969 there, FKC. So JT, going back to your point, you were talking about Mermaid Man. He quickly changes into his suit, which only could really be explained as if he was wearing it underneath his suit, and that would kind of make sense. But I get what you're saying here. But the guy here is telling you, we'll go back to the money. You brought up the money. How much did you say? There was only 1,000?
A couple thousand in the till, which is what you'd expect. Yeah.
Well, what's that worth back in the late 1960s? 10, 15 grand?
Well, it's worth 2% of $1 million in the 1960s.
Yeah, so it
you
kind of
could buy a car with that at maybe the 60s.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't imagine that the managers or whatever would be allowing that much cash to sit up there, although they probably felt like nobody would do it, but somebody would probably have said, we're only going to have, you know what I'm saying? Whenever you get enough cash, you take it back to the safe. But anywho,
Yeah.
wow.
So 1969 Chevy Impala was between 3,000 and 3,500 for the base model. So not really even a car. A new
Not even a
car.
car.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And Tim, I was thinking about doing Apocalypse Now because I have the director's cut, but it's in Blu-ray. And as everybody knows, it freaking doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
That's a 3.5 hour movie. So
But
like
for like a 4-guy crew, that's not hardly much.
no, split in 3 ways, and then they're going to be fighting each other over it. Like, 4 guys, was it 4? 3 or 4?
Well,
Anyway,
however much, it's not
it's
worth this.
It's not worth it, dude. To
I tell you what, though,
rob.
it's worth more and it's easier to get away with because there's fewer bills in the equivalent price. Because now it'd be what, 40 grand or something.
Yeah.
So, that's a lot harder to carry away that many hundreds or tens or whatever they were paying when these tickets with. So,
Oh, definitely. And
anyway, so they freeze him again, of course, because
Jack
Wildcat learned
freezes him.
nothing.
Just freeze frame. Dun dun. But not only that, he paralyzed him in midair. Instead of him falling on his face, he's actually just floating there. And I'm like, where's the crowd? Where's everybody? They don't show anybody like running away or screaming or like, oh my God. So what do you think these guys do? Now you can see it. But do you think these guys would just like grab the cash and run away?
They should if they know it's good for them.
Nah. They decide, or Jack decides to just go into the whole. I'm assuming this is something like as big as Madison Square Garden. This is a heavyweight title fight, like in Vegas or New York.
Yeah.
All right. This isn't some high school arena.
It's a big time UFC fight. There's a lot of people there, right?
It's the heavyweight title. Yeah. This is Madison Square Garden type stuff going on, or the Mirage. So he actually tells himself, I gotta think really, really hard here. And he tells the whole freaking arena to stay put. But then I'm thinking, what's he gonna do? Rob their watches and wallets for like 10,000, 15,000 people? How long is that gonna take? So I figured, I don't know. What are they gonna do? Go through the front row, rob the rich people? You know what I mean? And it's not like they're all, guess what they're not wearing to do this?
Boxing attire?
They're not wearing masks or a costume or a disguise. They're just walking around.
Well, he says he wants to be on the front page in Gateway City. Front page of what? I don't know, but
what I'm going to do will put me on the front. Oh, so he's getting an ego. I missed that, JT. Yeah. Excellent catch, my friend.
Yep.
That is an excellent catch, because now I get it. He's turned into a massive, egotistic, narcissistic a-hole. Because I'm going to be on the front page, because now he thinks I can just do whatever. If I was like standing in front of this Wildcat and he's floating in midair, it's like, man, let's get the F up out of here, like you said. Nope. Because you and I know about those egos, don't we?
Yep.
And shit talkers. Well, let's see if Wildcat can get vindicated here.
I was thinking up my own line. Anyway, so they basically orders everybody off the side of the ring, and then they're going to order the TV people keep showing this, and they're going to have their own fight on television. So he says, ladies and gentlemen, you're about to witness for the first time together in the ring, Wildcat versus Happy Jack Gold. Like,
Yes.
okay, you're gonna read his social security number off too, so it didn't find him any easier after this.
Well, he
Uh,
wants to. He wants to not even have a fair fight with him, obviously, because he's still paralyzed. He wants to beat the crap out of Wildcat in front of the whole world.
Yeah.
Because this is a heavyweight title fight. There's probably even back then. It's late 60s. They had Howard Cosell was probably at ringside. Right? Was Howard Cosell around? Chat? Can we look him
Mhm.
up? I mean, I was born in 69. Howard Cosell was pretty old when I was young. You know, I remember the oh my gosh, you remember the Wide World of Sports where that ski jumper used to wreck and fall? You're not that young, are you, JT?
I don't remember
You're,
any of that.
the opening scene for ABC Wide World of Sports.
No,
Who's old
no.
enough in the chat to remember that? Oh, you got to go look that up. It's so great. That guy crashes, the ski jump where that insane Winter Olympic sport where you just go down the mountain and jump off the ramp.
Yep.
Yeah, that guy crashes out right at the end.
Not for me. Not for me.
No, that's a sport that that's a big nope.
So he basically lets Wildcat unfreeze one arm so that way he can try to fight with one arm, but he can't move or do anything else.
What a coward, man. Jack is but I get what he's doing here. He's just taking advantage of the situation. I guess that's what you do. And look at this old Action Comics. And it's already number 360. It's 25 cents. It's not even a 12 center.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yep.
So he swings and misses. And then Happy John or Sad Jack or whatever his name is now, tells him that he's going to fall. And without a single punch landing, the match ends. First time anyone had me on the canvas.
And we actually get a square pane here. Oh, no, we don't. That's all we did. Sorry, they sliced and diced it.
Yeah, you notice in some of these, you have to turn your head to read them when they're on the slant. The other ones, they actually justified them straight up and down, so you don't.
Yes, I'm like the middle one here. You turn, and then the one to the right, you square back up. I was looking at some of the detail as we always do. Look, you can see up here. You get some faces in the crowd.
Yeah.
And that's not, I mean, I don't know if I would even try that scene. That's got to be pretty difficult to draw out back then. So they didn't do a bad job, I guess, for doing it. I probably would have skipped that kind of a thing or just done like a couple of rows, like a close up. But what I do like is they pay enough attention to put buttons on his sleeve here in the green. Even though they're just little squares, they should have made them gold or something, but to stand out more. But the socks, they put ribs in the socks for his, and shading, and stuff like that. And
is he wearing black shoes or brown shoes?
I don't know.
That's why I don't like it.
Yeah, that's the point. It was like you do that kind of detail and then don't do something pretty basic. Is like just color the shoe in. I don't understand. I mean, I wish I was there to say the suit's green, he's blue, just making it black shoes. Or make them red. Who cares? Pimp it out. Pimp him out.
Anyhow. He loses his fight.
Yeah. And old Jack's starting to talk shit to everybody. The little square calls him a fantastic felon over here to the right here. As the fantastic felon departs, and here's something interesting. He says, because I got a little confused, so help me out here, JT, the chat. For FKC, he found it. What is that?
Some Apocalypse Now clip.
Oh.
Yeah. Hot pink shoes. Yeah.
Hold on, I have to
even better
clip on that now, or I'll lose that in the chat later. Oh, okay. So JT, click on that,
Uh-huh.
save it. You can watch it later. This is the original Agony of Defeat opening that I was talking about. It's only
Okay.
15 seconds. I guess I could play it. Daggone it. I have to. I
Well,
have to. I
it'll be a
can't.
lot of work, but I'm
Yeah.
watching it right now.
Daggone it.
That shit's,
Oh, there it is. We're
oh
watching it,
no.
Tim. I can't show it because I'm on the
Oh
with this
no.
comic. It's
Oh no.
yeah. Maybe I can show it afterward. Let me pin that. I'm gonna pin that to the top, everybody. Pinned. There we go. Okay, I pinned it for you. Everybody, click on that. That's old school. Yeah, that dude crash and burns. And they actually call it the agony of defeat. So the guy commentating is really good as well.
So here, he, the hoodlum says, as soon as I leave, then you all can go back to what you were doing.
Yes.
And apparently everybody watching him on TV also had to stay frozen to the TV. So everywhere, I guess nationwide, there was issues. And then it says we actually get some square images here, probably because there's an ad lower on the page.
Yeah.
As the mystic mental criminal had proclaimed his safe departure, is immediately followed.
Yeah,
there's wrong English here, followed by the still audience coming to life. An embarrassed hush quickly falls as they stare at the spectacle of a hero in the midst of glaring lights, suffering the dismal dregs of defeat.
Yeah, the agony of defeat. Now, if you were old Jake,
I've never seen such a loss. I've never seen it. They're not sending their best fighters when they're saying that they're superheroes, frankly.
Yeah. Now, here's another dumbass thing Jack did. Wouldn't you tell everybody to say you can't move for at least 15 minutes so I can get out of town?
I guess.
Why would you say as soon as I leave, you wouldn't even make it to the street? I don't know. Never mind. I'm just crazy like that. I mean, like, at least give yourself 20 minutes or something, man. Look at this. Look at these ads.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that we covered on our fantastic. Go back, everybody, and watch our
1,001
3
things that you can get free when you sign up for every mailing list by sending in this postcard.
Yeah, 1,001.
Yeah.
And you can actually get a where's the one that I was looking for? It's not in there. The hair switchblade comb that I actually had bought when I was a kid. It's not on this one. And guess what? We finally get kind of a splash page.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Now we finally get our splash page, everybody. So the title of this is actually called Menace of the Mystic Mastermind. And they call
really, you figure this comic, actually, the last page of the comic without all the ads is page 24. And that was page,
it's like halfway through at least.
14.
10, 14? 14? Wow.
So we get 10 pages of the comic minus whatever ads we might see in the middle. That is not cool.
Yeah. It's a hell of a prologue, isn't it?
It's almost like they didn't want to write the issue.
Yeah, somebody's one heck of a Wildcat fan. Or like it's a setup for maybe tag teams later on we might see, because I haven't read the rest of these yet. I always wait before the show and then read them. And the square goes in the darkest dregs of despair, in the suffering shadow of pain and defeat, the illuminating realization that life and hope can and will go on. They need to use commas more. That brightening with the harbinger of hope, the once cold, lifeless stage of humiliating failure, golly, becomes witness The shimmering shadow of the Spectre, everyone. Page 24. Yes, he shows up. But here's what's kind of odd. If Jack, the bad guy, already left, wouldn't everybody see him standing there?
I don't know. This is
I'm just saying, man. JT,
so.
is it just
I
me?
guess our guy Spectre is into MMA.
Yeah. Look at those boots. Look at his little fairy boots. I like the cape and stuff. That's pretty cool. The cow with the cape and
So
so
everybody's still watching, and Spectre just swoops in real quick. So
what
he
I'm
must have been there watching the fight or something. I don't know. Or he
yeah,
opened some portal, some travel portal.
yeah, I guess that something drew him there all of a sudden. I'm just assuming he's not visible to the whole world here because we already found out that the chief of the other town does know he exists because they told us. Do you remember that the last issue? I think it was last issue. Or was the first one? Last issue. That chief guy was really confusing. So he actually, the chief of police in his hometown actually knows that the Spectre part of Jim Corrigan is real. He was actually talking to him while they were in the room. That's how we know.
Yeah. So I guess they explained all of our questions because they knew that we'd be reviewing this 50 years later. So they were like, "Oh shit, we gotta answer their questions. Otherwise, they're gonna come at us for that." So he immediately Thanos snaps out to Jack Grant's apartment and he starts blurting it out what happened. We already know what happened. So he says, "How did you get there anyhow?" And Spectre says, "Within my human self, I was watching the boxing match on television when that voice came across ordering everyone to remain still." So then, okay, so now we know how he even is involved in this in any way.
Yeah. So they do explain that, but they don't. I don't think so, unless I missed that. That I guess he was invisible. I'm just assuming he was invisible to the whole world or the whole whatever ABC Sports was doing. That's what I'm just going with that because it makes that's the only way it can make sense of it. And yeah, so they're just kind of hanging out at Ted's apartment, which is in Knickerbocker City. And then we get this cut stuff, which is really kind of getting on my nerves at this point. So, because then it's like, okay, over here, over here, over here. And then they're counting the cash, Happy Jack. And
so the only thing you really need to know about this on the left then is Spectre 2 was also paralyzed from movement until after that. So he is vulnerable to this ability. So so then on the right, he's basically saying they think he's so dumb that they're only going to give 10% of the cut instead of a third. So here you go, Happy. This is for you. And Happy's not that dumb for some reason.
Well, when it comes to the cash, those guys know what their cuts are. They want their cut. We've seen that every... That's
the elementary school math that they did pass. Was this piece.
Yeah. They only tried to pass off a couple of hundred. Oh, okay. You got to say it like, do the voice again, JT.
Only a couple hundred as my share. I'm fed up with you guys. See, I'm cutting out of here. Who needs you anyway? I don't know. I don't have the best gangster voice.
It's all good, dude. It's funny. But the guy actually kind of wises up a little bit because I thought, he's gonna do bad things to these two dudes, and that's what I 100% expected because we had mentioned it before, cutting the money, and I also because we already knew that they called him stupid behind his back and stuff like that. So we kind of figured that they were going to try to get over on him. But this dude here is like, yeah, easy. We'll give you half. So he wises up really quick. And there's a coin collector's from back there.
I got to send that to Admiral Teague. Did you see
Which
that?
One? What?
Did you see that? On the second one?
Yes, Tim. Where at? The coins?
The pennies.
The pennies?
Yeah. Scroll down a little bit.
I'm clicking down. The thing kind of jumps on me here.
Right
This
there.
one?
Yeah. Save more on Guardian head pennies. Guardian head pennies.
Those are. I'm not a coin guy. I'm just assuming that's.
Oh no, it's because you can't say that word anymore, so it's Guardians.
Oh, got it. Got the second one. Difference between.
And hey to Matthew Pounder. What's up?
Holy yes, Matt. What's up?
All right, so let's
Matthew Pounder.
Let's roll on through.
Yeah. We're actually. So this is the reader's comments, extras. You can, I'll freeze frame it here. Apparently, the Spectre was a very popular one. And we realized that I had thought this was the first one, but I was wrong. It goes all the way. This is the late 60s. And as everybody knows, we talked about it on the first one. If you want to go back and watch that, everybody, he goes all the way back to the 40s and still had a lot of fans. So this one gangster guy here, he's probably very lucky that he backed off really quickly. And it probably saved him a pretty good whooping. So, but this Jack guy's like, who needs a dough? I can have anything. I'm just by thinking, I'm like,
why he's very thoughtful. He gives them a time that they can release from the curse or the spell.
Yeah. Over the thinker section after I bug out of here. But he doesn't even take their money. But he was just mad about it. I'm like, what?
Right.
No, dude, you're a small time crook kind of guy. So that ego's really kicking in now, man.
Yes.
He's not even taking the cash that he actually did work for. I mean, he did earn his cut. He stopped the Wildcat and made a fool of him in front of the whole world. So I would have at least took a third. But that ego's kicking in. So Ted and Jim are kind of hanging out the old hacienda. And
with the world's ugliest lamp. Well, not the world's ugliest, but it's
it's weird. it's definitely retro 60s, late 60s, early 60s stuff.
Yeah, this room I would take down to the rafters with a big dumpster and it would, yeah. Anyway.
Now, we're catching on to how the Spectre works with all his astral ethereal stuff he's got going on. And oh, okay. Then I was just reading the chat there. So
yeah.
If you noticed here, Spectre says, or Ted says, we got to go after him. Jim's like, well, I got to wait until he turns on his powers again. We've know that the third issue, because he blatantly has said in the first two issues, he can't do jack trying to find somebody unless he already kind of knows where they're at. Like Captain Skull and the other guy, which I already forgot from issue 2, that once they activate their stuff, then he clicks on it. Like he mentioned it earlier when he was watching the TV, he felt that presence when he froze everybody, but he couldn't do anything until he got unfrozen.
Right.
And then he just right to the wall.
Now he still is not thinking his plan out to us. You notice that Spectre?
No, he just flies quickly.
He's just like, I'm susceptible to this, just like Wildcat, but I'm just gonna jump into the fray. Which I'm not necessarily thinking is a great idea, but hey. So in less than a human heartbeat, Spirit Sleuth hones in on the query.
Yeah, which is odd because Jack's not there. So He got out of the hideout with like less than a second, not even a second, millisecond. I don't, weird. But anyway, the gangsters are there and they try to pew 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 him. Obviously, that doesn't work on Spectre. And they're like, "Oh, we scared him away." Okay, nah.
This is a needlessly complicated page.
This one here with the money.
Yeah, so he reappears on the other side of the room. The stolen money will prove to be their undoing. And then instead of just like bonking them together, he has to start a money cyclone.
You're right. I know. Right? He could have just drop kicked him through the wall or something.
Yeah.
And like Buddy's like, yeah, he's just running around with a towel on his head, like Total Recall.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah. I immediately thought the same thing you did, JT. That I was like, what? This is what you call doing something for comics sake, which is basically why they're doing comics. That's all it is. Let's do something kind of wild and fancy and have Spectre do like a money would you call it a money tornado? He calls it a cyclone suction.
Well, yeah, that's
it's just weird. I'm like, what?
It's almost Rachel Zegler weird.
It's
almost
like, I don't know. I don't even know that like the Spectre would have thought of taking two bad guys out with holding pew pews. That's what he would have actually came up with, instead of, like you said, just knocking their lights out, or me like just instantly drop kicking them through the wall.
Yeah.
But if you want good detail, everybody, look at the bottom of this guy's shoe. They actually put the little nails and everything in there.
In one shoe.
At least one. There you go.
Not the other, just one shoe.
Just one shoe. You're on it today, dude. You are on it.
And I was in a good mood to read this thing, and now I'm like, yeah. I'm not going to be charitable at the end.
I didn't quite think that you would be. So now
this wasted pain on the left. I don't know why we have to do it diagonally, but we did. So he's like, well, I can't find him. Let me go back to Hugh Grant over here. So after he gets back to Hugh Grant's house,
what they're doing here is they're trying to show us how he travels. It's like, so you notice like within a heartbeat, he went through one wall into the other wall and showed up at the gangster's hideout. This is what it's supposed to be like for him in that millisecond or whatever you want to call it. That's what it's like traveling through. And it doesn't look good at all. I hate to bash art, but that's bad. That's not good at all.
You can't even tell what it is. Like if I just showed that to you and it's like, what superhero is this? You would have no clue.
Space Ghost?
You would have you would have no clue, Dave.
Yeah, that would be like a very horrible Space Ghost. And I like Space Ghost. So there you go. You know what I mean?
Maybe Cloppy would get it, but it would be he'd guess. No, I don't think anyone could have figured this out. But anyway,
if you were going to show the audience how he travels through time and space, you can go back to issue 1 and see how he travels. And they had a lot of fancy art there and the mystical stuff all around. And that's what they were trying to do. It just didn't work. And
so over here, they're back at it, and Spectre says, "How could you possibly let yourself go, you sack of shit? When we fought with the Justice Society, you were as fit as ever." And then Hugh Grant over here just says, "Yeah, but I don't have problems like I do today. I'm almost 50. I'm an old man."
Hey now.
Well, that's what they 60s.
Yeah, definitely.
Everything was fine until 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like this art of Spectre here, this close-up facial one. with the shadow and the the arms and the shade. The shading is what I kind of liked here, with them just kind of hanging out, talking. The Spectre guy, he'll hang out with you. I'm surprised they're not cracking a few brews or something. Smoking some more cigs. What were you getting at about the 4 weeks ago?
Oh,
Right
he
here.
says, yeah, everything was fine until 4 weeks ago, and then everything got away from me. Um, it just, yeah, it's bad. He lost his touch very quickly, and then Spectre thinks to himself, and it's kind of funny that he's thinking this. Can hardly blame him for all this getting him down. Then he has a very not 2025 take. Never having married and raised a family, his chosen profession as a boxer and wildcat provided meaning for him.
Yeah, because I'm a superhero, JT. Did you know? Oh, did I just tell
Oh,
everybody? Because I've been
I
married.
was like,
Well, you and I were just
um,
talking about this the other day.
like what? Okay, like
Coming down on him kind of hard. And for me, that kind of hit below the belt, man. Hey,
I
come on,
was
dude.
like,
Come on, Spectre. Damn, man. 50 years later, you just said this earlier tonight. 50 years later, you're taking shots at me here. Come on, I'm working here.
a very different world in 1968, I guess, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I mean, people still look at guy. I think guys are more independent these days, but still, it's kind of like, oof. I felt that one, man.
So maybe you don't like Spectre anymore for throwing shade,
Well,
but
it's like you said, but he's trying to be a friend here too. He's like, I kind of came hard on him, but he actually gives him a little bit of credit because because he did turn into the Wildcat. But
yeah,
damn,
yeah,
man, he was the heavyweight champ. I mean, he had to work really hard at that, and that's not easy to even be a boxer. Number one, the work you got to put in. Well, some guys put in the work, and even when you put in all that work, you still get your ass kicked sometimes. And you never even get another chance. He actually won the title. But I guess that kind of stuff comes at a price sometimes.
yeah.
Anywho, so they're just hanging around talking like buddies, which is obvious, like, a long time ago that they actually knew each other from before, because Ted would have been like, who the hell are you? Oh my God. That didn't
Yeah.
happen. I guess we didn't touch on that earlier. So it's apparently they've been buddies for a long time, or he would have been freaking out. Like, I'm seeing ghosts now. Go check myself in somewhere. You know what I mean?
So
But
I think what Wildcat needs is a Facebook account where he can go and yell at people all day.
well, I think I know what Wildcat really needs. Right, guys? Hint, hint. No? Man, tough crowd tonight. He needs to go to Hawaii and get
Yeah, I see what you mean.
need to Fantasy Island and get one of those. What do they call those
He
things,
needs
JT, when you get off the
he needs
plane?
to find one of those birds who lays the golden egg. You know what I mean? So
Nice, nice. Well, maybe he needs to get into another fight and lay somebody, you can identify and go get in the women's division and lay some, never mind.
we could
So
talk. Oh, that's funny. We could talk about that after.
the slap competition.
Yes.
Have you guys seen the shit in the chat?
Yeah.
Slap
We'll
chat?
keep going. Let's keep going because
Oh,
we're almost
there.
we're almost there.
We're gonna get Monty
Um,
Python. Get on with it.
yeah.
Well, we actually
So
get some square panels.
yeah.
Yeah, and they're hanging
So
out, and he's
he
like, "Do not despair, my friend.
so
You
he
have
goes to
overlooked."
gate. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, no, he kind of finishes this up like what I was saying. What he actually tells him to this is a very, very good thing to show you that Spectre's really thinking it's his best interest. He actually says, well, maybe you should use your, like your boxing and stuff and kind of retire. He's just trying to be polite here and tell him, you got to give it up, man. But he's being a friend. He's trying to be nice about it. Did you catch on to that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just want to give credit for that Spectre's not coming down on him. Well, he did come down on him pretty hard, but he's actually trying to help him move on a little bit. Okay. Sorry that I didn't mean to stop you
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. So we have our genius here, Happy Jack Sparrow, gets on a plane and goes back to Gateway City. And he says, I never thought I'd come back to this rotten place, but I could have done it on my own power, but I have to be a little bit clever because I found out Spectre tried to pay me a visit back in the Hacienda. So now I'm gonna go and get my revenge on everybody in this city, but I'm gonna be careful about it.
Yeah, but
Okay.
this guy must be well. Okay, so I was going to call him dumb again, but apparently, which is kind of funny, is he doesn't know Jim Corrigan is actually a detective in Gateway City.
Yeah. So not the best choice of location.
No, a little convenient for the writers. Right. And I think Neil Adams did the cover this week. Is that what we meant to talk about? Everybody? Was that something I brought up? It just hit me because you said you liked the
I
cover.
don't think so.
I'm pretty sure we'll have to go back, everybody. Neil Adams, one of Clobberin Times liked Neil Adams. He liked a lot of people, but he liked Neil Adams, or at least some of his stuff. Okay, anyway, we finally get this guy now. What do you think of this? Wah, wah, wah.
So he decides he's going to find an atomic device to delete the entire Gateway City with.
I'm like, what? What? JD, I read that. I was like, what the heck? What? Wow.
But first, he's going to deck himself out in a costume like the
Now.
supervillains I used to read about in comics. So he kind of broke a wall somewhere. I don't know what number of wall that would be, but it is kind of funny.
It's a third wall, definitely. It's definitely a double entendre, at least. Talking about because I had mentioned it earlier, where Penny and Marv would have been caught, messing around on the job. One of them was in the bathroom, the other one was reading comics.
Yeah.
But now he decides to make a costume. And what do you think of this costume? It's wild.
It's wild. There's some funny shading going on in the crotchal region too.
Yeah, he's got like Wonder Woman boots. Those are like I don't know. They go up and over up the thigh type of thing. In the gloves.
Yeah, with heels.
I don't know. Like, what's the M? What would I breezed through it this week because I read it like 2 weeks ago. I didn't really
M for
pay too much
moron?
attention. I guess so.
I don't know.
But he flies now?
He flies now.
Resembles Magneto's mid-'80s outfit. Okay, yeah, with the helmet. Yeah, it does.
It's a sixth wall. He broke the sixth wall. Gotcha.
So he flies. I don't know where that came into that, where you can, I guess you can tell yourself to fly. I guess that's his power, because he can tell people around the whole world through a camera to freeze. So he can just tell himself, fly. I can fly now. And he just does it.
They fly now.
He goes, because I'm turning my head. Oh my God. I wish I had my camera on.
Because everywhere else on the page is straight up and down, except for this shit.
I'm literally just turned my head and I for the first time I actually caught myself doing it. I didn't even realize I was doing it until like you mentioned it. He literally says I have to think hard and paint the town. Yeah. So this guy went from a small town crook to Joker-esque type stuff, like even evil Joker-esque. Wow.
Yep.
Wow. I mean, I thought he was just going to go rob stuff.
I thought so too. And then he's going to try to pay everybody back for how they treated him. I don't think that this is a good idea. And the second he starts flying, of course, like you said, the detective Jim Corrugated, whatever, is detective in Gateway City, immediately sees this fool flying through the air. And Spectre's like, really? It was that easy? Yeah, it was that easy.
Yeah, they cover it up by him saying, oh, look, I didn't expect to see Donald here. Yeah, duh. but you could have detected him anywhere around the world as soon as he does this. HC's like, that outfit is fabulous. You saw that.
Yeah, I did.
That's
So,
funny, dude.
On the very sliver right of the
Oh, sorry.
page,
Want me to go back up here?
Spectre says he's gone berserk. He's trying to destroy Gateway City. I must act quickly.
Yeah, classic comic verbiage, verbology.
And then out of his hand, M for moron says, "All right, City, your time's up. Burn City, burn, Disco Inferno." And he makes an atomic blast out of his hand
I'm like,
somehow.
what has he got? Firestorm and Atom? He has not Atom. Gosh, guys, help me out. Who's the big nuclear type guy who worked for the government, went after Superman because he had the nuclear power. Anyway, yeah. So now he went from just being able to freeze frame people to bringing nuclear atomic blast stuff out of his fist, JT, to burn a whole city down. I'm like, what is going on? This guy just escalated things a little too quickly here.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he's tangling with, so now we're going to get back to the fact. Okay, Spectre, now this guy, you're going to have to pull out some stuff that we all know you can do. And he just absorbs the whole thing. He muffled the explosion. This guy actually shot the thing out of his arm. He sent it. So Spectre has to save the whole city here. He throws it right back at him.
Yep.
Which is, he didn't really care to just detain the guy. He's just gonna, but from a small town crook here, he's actually M for moron. He's like, I'll match him trick for trick. Instead of like shooting it back down at a different angle, he just throws it out in outer space.
An ultra concentrated nuclear blast.
Yeah.
Back at a guy who has to talk to activate his powers.
Yeah, and he has to remember, he has to be able to continue his concentration to tell himself to fly. He doesn't have flying ability unless he makes himself do it. He can't just fly around like Superman or Wonder Woman or Hawk Girl or Hawkman, stuff like that. Or DEA dead, like an actual guy like Spectre can. Like it's a natural part of their thing. His concentration abilities now have just gone to like gazillion, apparently. And Spectre catches on to that. Yeah, he's like, I'll slow down his time sense.
So, question. Instead of Baroom up in space, wouldn't he just Baroom down to the ground?
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. I'm like, why did you shot it down there? He shot it back and you just throw it the other way. I don't know. I don't know about that part either. And so Spectre throws some time Lord Doctor Who stuff on him, kind of freezes him up a little bit, but it's like he sees it anyway, speeded up film. And he's like, I better get back down on the ground, just like I was telling you. But once you piss off the Spectre, dude, it's not going to go well for you. I don't get the sense that this guy has anything bigger to do. I was going to say something, but
sure,
I'm not going. He already used his stuff, if you get my drift here.
Yep.
So I'm just getting that kind of sense now that Spectre's going to kick his ass, but we'll see. And then we go back to that thing where, here we go, Spectre, I can't absorb his powers. I sense they may originate from some outside mystical force. So he's caught on. We got to go all the way back to page 1. For anybody that missed it, this guy he got acquired because he got hit by some mystical force from outer space. That's how old Jack got his powers.
Yep.
And we can see an modus operandi happening with Spectre again. That means I must catch him in the act. Have you noticed that now after
Yep.
three issues?
Yep.
That's kind of his deal. I can see where they're going with this now. And he does some water stuff. He does some Aquaman. Outrageous.
Dave,
Hmm.
where is this Mississippi River? Where the hell is Gateway City?
I have no idea.
Is it St. Louis?
I'm
That's the
assuming
only thing
so.
that makes sense. But also St. Louis, I don't think has these giant suspension bridges that we see.
Nah, Gateway City. Who knows? Who knows? He called it the Mississippi, so I'm going with something like St. Louis or I.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this guy, he says he's got to go back down on the ground, but he doesn't. And I guess he's just kind of defending himself. So I was kind of right, I guess. He's kind of burnt up, you know. So Spectre's gonna basically kick his ass. So he's like, when he concentrates on defending himself, I'm gonna just draw that mystical force right out of him instead of confronting him more. But he really didn't do anything else except shoot some water at him. If you noticed, he says he's just flying at him, and the guy's like, you know, see what I mean?
Yeah.
And he actually sucks the life force out of him, which, man,
He
I wish
does
I
this
still
drill
had.
sergeant. He does the drill sergeant point with both hands. You see that?
Yeah, he's you measly worm. Drop and give me 30.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I wish you guys could see me because I remember my boot camp day. You little sort of you scumbag. What are you doing in my car?
But that's what that
You're
point
never gonna
is.
make it.
That's
You're never gonna make it.
Yeah.
Get out of my face. So he literally pulls the life, or no, he pulls that mystical force out of him.
Yep.
And just kind of leaves him hanging there in human form, guys, girls, everybody. Yeah. Up in the air. Like he never made it to the ground. Right here. He's in his fabulous outfit. And the force gets yanked out of him by Spectre. And Spectre takes this mystical force. Now this is a pretty good art thing. Like you can see planets and stars.
To the edge of time and space?
Yeah. What movie was that one from? Star Trek? Which one? Undiscovered Country? No.
That was the edge of the galaxy.
Edge of the galaxy. He took this shit to the edge of time and space.
So what's on the other side of the edge of space?
Barely
nothingness. Well, isn't space nothingness?
You got a donut planet up here.
No, my point is, what's beyond outer space, Dave?
It's just more space.
Space is nothing.
It's emptiness.
What's less than nothing?
Nada.
Anyway.
Zilch? 9? I don't know.
F on this slide. They get an F for this slide.
Yeah, for technicality and sci-fi. And
so
for says, what?
Yeah. After depositing the force here where it cannot be used for evil again, I'll take another dump at the police station headquarters.
Sorry. No, you guys are killing me. UJT, you say take another dump at the headquarters?
Yeah, that's what it says. I'll make another dump at the police headquarters.
Look what FKHC put in the chat.
Yeah,
That's, dude, that is clever, man. That's some clever shit. You taking a dump and him putting that at the same time. My eyes are watering, dude. Dude, Matthew Powder, yeah.
Okay,
so Buddy's got to be rolling, man. So on the other side of Edge and Time and Space is the epilogue.
Yep. So Spectre goes and takes a dump, and then at the police station, because I guess that's the bathroom he wants to use. And then weeks later, as Detective Captain Jim Corrigan is in Knickerbocker City for a police convention.
Yeah. So
Really?
what
Okay.
happened to Jack? He airdropped him
Yep.
in his
Just
suit.
in whatever.
So we're not going to talk about that.
Nope.
Is that the white horse? Is that the white? What do they call it? The elephant in the room? He left them in midair. He dropped them out of the helicopter. Never mind. I'm sorry, JT. You think about it. They don't even go back to it.
No, they don't. They don't.
They literally left that. He literally left him. Well, he was going to hit him
They
with a
left all
nuclear
those
blast
things
anyway.
they left all those things
Yeah,
untidied
they're
up.
not going to. They're not going to
So
show that.
now that we're
If
at
this
the
was Joker,
epilogue,
they would.
Jim Corrigan. I keep wanting to say Kerrigan, like StarCraft. Jim Corrigan is in the Knickerbocker City for a police convention because, of course, and this is where Ted Grant works now. I love how "works" is in air quotes.
Yeah, weird. Okay.
Or just in double quotes because they're written down. I promised him I'd look him up the next time I was here. So in a matter of a few weeks, he manages to scrounge up some cash and buy a gym and get it all painted and set up and all the equipment in there. So inside, okay, now fellas, when you're getting ready to set your opponent up for your right-handed blockbuster, you first lead with a left jab like this. He punches the bag.
That's a hook. That's a straight up. I don't know about a jab. He's leaned into that one.
Yeah, he did.
That's a straight up nasty hook.
Yeah.
Well, not even a hook, just a straight left. Pow. Well, JT, you missed the fact that he has all that cash because he's not married.
Oh yeah. Good point. Good point.
And he's probably driving a nice 69 Mustang Boss 429, right? Everybody.
Yeah.
And he's got his catacycle. He probably sold that though. Got rid of that. Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, I had to get that one in.
FKHG 2005. He's at the police station dropping off some evidence. Yeah, I see what you did.
I know the chat is on freaking fire, dude.
Yeah.
Dropping off some evidence.
After the session is completed, the two friends chat. Okay. I'm charged up helping these Utes. I realize now that I can't expect to last forever as a wildcat, though I'm still ready if needed. In the meantime, I have my work cut out for me right here.
Yeah.
So he goes to hit the showers.
Yeah, hit the showers. You did a fine job of counseling, Spectre. Ted's a changed man. Thanks, Jim. But really, it was something Ted had to do for himself. They're like talking in like Deadpool to the third. They're like, what do you call that when you talk about yourself to somebody else while you're talking about yourself?
Schizophrenic. I don't know.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. But really, it was something Ted. Oh, no, that's Spectre talking. Okay, I got confused here. That's Spectre talking to Ted. Okay, so that's them together. Okay, got it. That makes sense now. Got it.
Yeah, Matthew Pounder, it's gotten painful. I'll just come out and say it right now.
That's confusing because I forgot for just a second that they're stuck at the hip for the most part. We actually get some good face art
and more judgment on a Spectre here. Ted has spent his life completely immersed in his work, which is a way of life can easily collapse it did in his case.
Wow.
Like, damn. Okay.
Damn, dude, throw some salt in the wound. He's doing great now. You just said he's doing great. Now you're still shitting on him.
Yeah. I merely suggested that he shift his interest to people using his gifted abilities to help those he meets and works with to live more fully in some way, whether by teaching the Utes how to box or helping society capture lawbreakers, or just brightening a friend's day by greeting him with a smile. Okay, you really didn't say all that before, but
no,
I guess you can say it now.
No,
we better quit while we're ahead before author Mike Friedrich gets carried away with philosophy rambling.
Oh, so you called, who's this? So Mike Friedrich must have been the writer, and you called him out, right? And they caught on. See, JT, you've been right about the whole 50 years later thing. That us in the chat, they're like, we better put this little block down here because we're looking at this now, and he is kind of rambling. And I like Jim's the artwork here is pretty good for facial features. The technical aspects of it.
Yeah.
But what was the point you made here? Yeah, he's kind of coming hard on him here a little bit after just propping him up. He kind of chops it down. Oh, I know what I want to say. I'm going to say, something, Spectre, and it is Neil Adams. See there? So Neil, you see how these faces are really good compared to a lot that we've seen up close facial features. That's Neil's pretty good with that. Especially Ted over here on the right.
Now, if you go down a little bit, what I don't get is this is the March-April edition. And this says that the 200th Smash issue of Batman on sale January 18th.
Yeah, I don't. Oh well, because
Batman 200 came out.
It's pre. Yeah, they presuppose the date that it comes out when they put it out, and then they release it on the date so that it actually makes it on that date.
Well, but I'm saying that this is the March-April comic for 1968. So it's already out after the on sale date of January 18th for.
It's backwards dating.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you just say on sale now?
I don't know. That's weird. That's weird.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, hey guys. Yeah, you can go get your $1.35 so you can kick some ass. Yeah. Yeah, or spend $3 and then go really get your ass. Let me read this book and then I can be like gently. Nope. How many young boys got their asses kicked by ordering this stuff? I ordered one before. What they had we featured the little kung fu book. I don't know if we featured that when we did our 3-hour.
Doesn't sound familiar, but we might have.
That I had ordered that one time because in the Archie comics they had the guy kicking sand in the dude's face while he's hanging out at the beach with his girlfriend. And it's a big muscle dude. So they're like, order this book. And I did. And then my stepdad had to read it because it actually would tell you to learn how to break wood with your hand, like judo with your hand. But it was in this little stapled little pamphlet. My stepdad is like, don't do that shit. You're going to break your damn hand.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't know what the F he's talking about. He got some exercise and some push-ups and squats and stuff. You can do all this other stuff.
Now, Dave, if you keep scrolling down.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
He was a special ops officer type of thing. Not like Green Beret type stuff, but I think it was more like an intel type of thing. And no Army intel jokes. I get it. But in Korea.
Okay.
So he could teach you, like, grab the side of your hand and twist it, and you're down on your knees.
Yep.
Just if he got that with 2 fingers, I don't know how to be able. I never really did that to anybody, but he did it to me once. I was like, no, he was just showing me. I was like, God dang, he's like hurt my elbow when he did it. What do you think?
So if you go down a little bit here, I have a question for you on the next page.
When.
Yeah, just go to the next page.
Here's for you, Val Cameron. Say when. That's from Tombstone.
Keep going. Past this one.
We're my Tombstone Val Kilmer fans.
Yeah.
Oh, remember this one?
Yeah, keep going.
Keep going.
More. Yep. More page.
Oh, yeah, I remember this ad.
Okay. If you could, and then, I don't know if you can zoom out just a bit. You get them all on one page.
Not from, no, I can't without having to deal with it.
Scroll a little bit further, just so you get the bottom of the list here. Yeah, something like that. Okay, you can stop. So if you could pick 3 things off this page, what would they be?
Ooh, 3?
Yeah, 3. It's Christmas, okay? You can pick 3.
Wow. Okay, my age now or then? Like I was 15 or
back then,
something.
back then,
15
yeah.
years old. Liverpool drum set. Holy jeez. Mini bike. Oh, I don't know about no damn Stuka type. What the hell? We ain't get no Germans or Japanese stuff from back then. That's a little bit too soon. Chemistry lab. Holy jeez.
Yeah. So just pick 3.
Okay, pick 3. Let me.
You want me to go
Okay,
first?
probably
Okay, go
probably
for
the
it.
guitar and amp at the top there.
The electric guitar and the amp.
Yeah,
Okay.
because you're probably getting into music now, young teenager, that kind of thing. Or there's the drum set too. Well, depending on you like music stuff. I kind of like the Camaro Gas Racer. What am I missing? In third, Ecto Car Tool, Sports Wristwatch, My Chemistry Lab. I don't know. Maybe even do that chemistry lab for some odd reason.
Okay.
Or the radio.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'll go to the transistor radio because like music and DJ type stuff, I guess. All right.
Yeah.
What you got?
Okay. So the first one I'm going to get is the Douglas Sky Raider down in the bottom right corner.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to get the label maker right next to it. So that way I can label things like poop and butt and just stick it on stuff.
Okay. All right, penis.
Yeah, it'll be a little shit with one of those things. But then it's tough because I mean, like that bike speedometer looks cool, there's a telescope a little higher that looks cool. But the thing that I would probably get third on the list, even that pocket radio looks cool, but I am gonna get that Daisy Western carbine.
Okay, so the reason why I didn't pick that is if I was like 15, I could probably tell you my grandparents or my parents probably would not have let me got that
Oh
one.
no. Oh, no way. No way.
But yeah. I know I could see like that's probably one thing a young boy probably like, well, I'm getting that BB gun right there, dude. Because remember the old Daisy ads and archery set for the Matthew Pounder. That was I was going to get to that one. The archery set and carbine probably were going to be nopes from the folks. Yeah, you probably
no,
want
half the shit on this list is going to be a no from the parents.
I didn't see the fishing rod there. Sorry, I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna throw that one in there. Spin catch rod.
Pounder is really evil idea there.
I saw it. And buddy parents will say no to drums because noise and rifle. Yeah.
The chemistry lab is cool. Did you ever have one in real life as a kid?
No, I never ordered one. I don't know what kept drawing me to that. I wasn't a big science kind of kid, but it just seemed like by 15, that seemed kind of cool. I get the car, right? I did pick the car, the Camaro.
Yeah.
The guitar, because of music. And then I went with the radio. But I did say the chemistry lab was I don't know why I kept going with that one or the microscope set. I was kind of a sci-fi kid, obviously. I grew up on Battlestar Galactica and TOS, Star Trek. The original Batman and Robin and most of us here in the chat did too as well. I don't know much of science. I guess I liked science. The chemistry lab looks like it would be kind of fun, but then again,
back then you would have gotten dangerous shit in it still in the 60s.
There you go, JT. Go with that. Run with that because.
Yeah, so like by the time I was a kid in the 90s, that was old enough in the 90s to get something like that, you could mix like anything together and it would be fine. Like there was not much in there that would really be dangerous for a kid. But back in the like I remember seeing ads like back in the late 40s, early 50s of like things that were slightly radioactive and they'd give you a Geiger counter on some of these toys on these chemistry sets, and you're like, this should not be sent out to children at all. But so you could have gotten probably some lead or some arsenic or some kind of mercury.
God
y-
forbid,
you
yeah,
know,
you'd had
all
mercury in there,
all
dude.
kinds of shit that you really don't want
Holy
to be mixing
chloroform.
with anything. Yeah, I mean,
Chloroform.
yeah, all kinds of stuff that it's like, if you mix them in the wrong way,
We got 6 minutes, by the way.
yeah, yeah, okay. So
Well,
anyway,
did
I
you
just thought
see?
this was a fun game to play
Yeah,
because
I see people in the chat. Yeah, Mercury too, Matthew Pender. What would you guys pick here? Archery. Oh, yeah, we said the archery and not the rifle. Buddy says the parents will say no to the drums because of the noise. Yeah, good. That's good. And the guitar. Oh, dun dun. People try to play Jimi Hendrix when you're like 10,
yeah.
don't know how to play.
Now the camera, I think, would have horrible resolution. You wouldn't even know what you took a picture of. So I would say no to that. I would say no to that Emerson portable TV. I think the
Nah,
picture quality on that would be
we
just
played all
garbage.
day. The parents had TVs and stuff. We wouldn't need it. We were out in the street all day long most of the time
Right.
during summer.
The baseball glove, I mean, how do they even know it would fit you?
Well, that would be one reason not to get it. That's the only
Right.
reason. You don't
That's
get
what
the
I'm
glove
saying.
because it's not going to. How do you know it fits?
I would not, as a kid, want these watches that
No.
don't do anything.
No.
Yeah. The phonograph, I don't know.
Well,
I
did you
feel
see the
like your
bottom
home
corner?
already has a good enough one, and your parents are not going to let you play that in your room.
If you had a beat up mic or you didn't have one and other kids had, and you could at least get this one, that might be a go to.
Yeah, yeah, I could see that.
It might be actual junk when you get it, but at least you'd have one then.
You said no Stuka, but I would think you would get the Stuka if you got the one of the other planes or something. There's a P-51 Mustang.
Well, you got to
get
the T-28 above it.
Or they have the Mustang plane set above.
Where's the Mustang?
It's underneath the two watches.
Oh, dude. Okay, I see what you're saying. Definitely. Okay, I didn't know they had the Mustang. I didn't see that one at all. I kind of glanced right. It was right because I saw the guitar and didn't even notice. Looked right over it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a big time.
But it's not a P-51D because those had 4 blades.
Well, remember Baba Black Sheep? Do you remember that TV show?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got the P-51s. Those were kick ass. I had one of those models.
Yeah.
P-51. I definitely had that. But this
Buddy said he'd get the reel-to-reel recorder, the record turntable, and the TV. Okay, so he just freezes. Yeah.
No, he's setting up the man cave.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but anyway, Dave, this P-51 is a 3-blade, so it's probably like an A or a B, because the D had a 4-blade propeller.
Oh, I want the P-51, dude. I probably wouldn't get this if it just because it wasn't a P-51.
Well, so you get the P-51, and then you could get the Stuka.
Yeah,
and then you could play shoot it down.
Well, you'd get the Zero then, right? Because there's
a Zero somewhere.
Well, they called it a P-19 Army trainer, so I must have looked at that for a second and thought it was a Japanese.
No.
Yeah, so they didn't come out with that one. That's what I thought it was at first. I skipped right over it. It's a little too soon for those kind of things back in the 60s, late 60s. Unless you said like you do, you can reenact, like you said. So, all right, we're gonna have to bail here.
Yeah, you want to give a real quick rating on this, like real quick?
Yes, go for it. Go for it. While I'm
okay. So I love the cover. Little else did I like. I did not care for the fact that probably 2/3 to 3/4, if you want to go counting pages of this comic, had nothing with the Spectre in it, with a prologue and an epilogue that's longer than the actual story. The page layout was abysmal from a reading perspective. The ease, and not only the ease, but the lack of detail and setting in most of the scenes, because everything was so cut into weird angles and zoomed in. So the art, the faces itself weren't terrible, but the level of exposition combined with the weird angles just leave you to not even really know what the setting of a lot of the story is. Onto that, the writing was mediocre at best. So I did not like this one. I'm going to give it a D plus.
Ugh, yeah, I I'm going with like a C minus straight off for pretty much everything you say on this one. Uh, I did like some art, but then some of it was I don't know. Neil shined really well in some of them, especially some of the close up facial ones toward the end. So the art was pretty good for the most part. Like you said, you liked the cover and everything like that. But that square, that style, man, it got really unnerving, nerve on my nerves,
Yeah.
whatever the heck you want to call it. So I'm trying to hurry up here a little bit. I don't want to rush my judgment, but I'm going with like C minus on it. I laughed
Okay.
one or two times, but mostly I laughed because of the chat and you tonight. Humor once or twice kind of made me smile a couple times. Some of it didn't make any sense to me. You know,
We
like
added our own
robbing the
humor into
ticket
it.
guy right on the street with a heater right in front of everybody,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then going into the whole. I guess it's a good idea if you're the bad guy there to embarrass Wildcat. So I kind of walked that one back on as to why he did it, but the whole thing
Uh-huh.
after that was just weird. It's just I didn't. Spectre not showing up till page. You might as well just made this a whole Wildcat episode.
Issue. Yeah.
Issue. There we go. I finally did it at least once tonight. I've stopped myself like 3 times already.
Okay. So C minus and D plus. So we were hovering around
C
the
minus.
same thoughts.
Yeah, to get the D, they would have to go even way more overboard. Like some of the Joker, that one Joker, I was like D minus is God,
And to
man.
get the never mind. You said to
In
get the D.
The Fs, you got to go to BSG 14. So
Yeah, exactly.
you couldn't give that a lower grade, at least for that page.
This was like a late issue of Black Panther level of not working out with the writing and the art.
Matthew says he knows the writer here. Frederick was a new writer, and it shows. Yeah, it's a little bit off. The humor, there's some little parts in there I can't even remember them now. I just didn't like them, like how they treated Spectre once we got him. He just, I'm sitting at home and I couldn't do anything. Now I show up, but the guy's already gone. But he's only gone like 20 feet. He literally just walked out of the room, out of the building.
Yeah.
So he's like he's right over there, but he can't track him. Nobody
can't go look out on the street and see him walking. Yeah.
Yeah. I know it's a little hard like that, but it is common sense kind of stuff, I think, even for comic book guys just trying to entertain people. But anyway, I know it's a little rough, but I don't like those kind of things.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, and the angles just way too much, even for Neil. I was like, I don't know if that was. Did we see this last issue, or was it just this one? I can't remember.
But not this bad.
Not this bad. So I don't think it was a Neil Adams thing. I don't think he came up with that angle type stuff like that. Anyway, let's go ahead and bail. We're at 2 hours. I have to watch my time frame, everybody, because old L StreamYard has restricted me. Even though I give them free advertising, but they give me a free stream. So give and take there a little bit. You guys heard me bitch about that way too much already. So somebody had a good comment here. The Baba Black Sheep. Yeah, they had the Corsair. F4U Corsair.
Corsair, okay, cool. Yeah.
Buddy, okay, you read out Buddy's chat there. There was always the one kid. Yeah, there was always the one kid who had the good shit. Yeah, you're right about that. Oh, there it was. Somebody brought up the mercury for the chemistry. That was Buddy. Yeah. And in a bunch of funny stuff earlier. So thank you to FKC 2005, Buddy Hepburn, Matthew Pounder, and who popped in. That's about it, I think, tonight. We had some lurkers, I thought. I always forget one, but I think I got it, everybody. And UJT as well. I want to always go back. I can't remember. Somebody always pops in early and I forget. But thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. Well, should be okay for next week for number 4. We'll let you know if something happens. JT, real quick, what do you got going on the rest of the week?
Friday I'll be on Mark D with the C's channel, doing some late night Fortnite at about 11:35 p.m. Eastern time, and then Saturday I will be on with the great Admiral Teague on his channel for some Saving Star Trek. We are watching the part 2. Well, I don't know what part it technically is, but the next part of the Xindi saga. After the Enterprise has had a terrible clash with the Xindi and has been heavily damaged. So this is a T'Pol heavy episode, but a good one.
Ooh,
so
I might have to watch.
we're having a pretty I know, we are having a growing channel over there for that stream. We're getting more and more people. It's feeling like another Saturday fleet that we had for Star Trek again. So encourage you all to drop in. Just to let you know, we are doing a watch party usually at 9:00 with our friend Resolute Germ, and then at 10 we start the show. So we're not watching it during the show anymore. Just one of those things. Want to let everybody know we had to change up our format a little bit to please the algorithms. So,
for real?
yeah, well, that and a couple other things we talk
goes.
about later. Watch parties at 9 p.m. Eastern. Buddy Hepburn, check out Resolute Germ's channel on YouTube for that going on. So, and Admiral Teague also, it's the same day. It's still Saturday. Okay. So the watch party's at 9. The show itself on Admiral Teague starts at 10.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow night I'm doing, as mentioned earlier, Innocent Blood. The hot chick vampire takes on all the old school Italian mob guys, and it's funny if you like those old school Italian mob guys, and it's all the classic guys, Robert Loggia and a bunch of the other dudes with Don Rickles. If you know who Don Rickles is, he's fantastic in this movie. Lots of blood, lots of gore, lots of action, lots of great old school music too. And then hopefully I can make it to Friday night Fortnite, although it's been a little weird for me to try to make that one. And that's about it. Hang out with you guys if I can, pop in. I used to usually lurk Saturday night, say hello and lurk for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And then if I can, which I haven't been for like almost 4 weeks now, is Mark D with a C Sunday Night Geekery. That's always a good show.
That is a good one.
10:00 Eastern. And yeah, buddy, I'm actually looking forward to watching this again tomorrow night. It's funny. Gap After Dark. Yes, buddy. Thank you. See, I always forget one person. Thank you so much, buddy, for mentioning that. I tried to scroll up, but I didn't go all the way far enough. Gap was here earlier, and he was very nice to us. And Matthew, if you love Don Rickles and Robert Loggia and all the Mitch Palmentary, and I can't think of this other dude's name, but you see his face, you'll know who I'm talking about. He's been in damn every freaking Italian mob show movie you can think of. But if you want to see Robert Loggia and Don Rickles act like a bunch of wild men, and crazy Robert Loggia, holy cow, in this movie, and Don Rickles, he is who he is. He's fantastic in this.
Sure.
Anthony LaPaglia he's no spoilers, but most buddies seen it before. He's a cop. I don't know what city it is. He's trying to figure shit out. It's crazy for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has no idea. He has no clue what the hell's going on until then. But what goes on with Don Rickles and the mob guys is phenomenal. It's fantastic. And you've never seen. I'm telling you, you've never seen Robert Loggia like this before. So come check it out if you have time, and then hang out with Admiral Teague. You did say you're doing the thing tomorrow as well at 10 or 11?
Tomorrow, I do not know if I'll be on, if Admiral Teague is doing a show or not.
Okay.
He may be. I just don't have the source on that, and so I can't confirm right now.
Okay. Well, let me know, and we'll raid you What rage you have, it's over. I don't think this is a very long movie. Probably hour and a half, hour 45 tops. It is.
And hopefully,
it
I
isn't
can
like,
drop in and say hi on yours too.
yeah,
So.
it wasn't like Excalibur. I think Buddy and a couple other people, or was it Matt?
Yeah,
showed
last
up, and it
week
was
I
like
was
2.5.
working the whole time of your show, unfortunately, so I couldn't really drop in.
Oh,
But
no,
I'm
no.
hoping I don't get called tomorrow. Fingers
No,
crossed.
we know pretty much people's schedule. Like Mark Wednesdays are out. A couple other people you might know, like Pablo from the next channel. He can't ever come on
Yep.
Wednesdays. Mark can't come on Wednesdays. You're kind of rough on Thursdays for the most part, and so it's all good, brother. So
Sure.
thank you everybody again, and okay, well, I guess that's it. We're out of here. So I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much. Let me type it in. Thanks, everyone. Oh, typos. My eyes get a little blurry after a while. Thanks, everyone. Have a great night.
Alrighty. Bye.